Alrighty then, let's get things going here. Alright, I'm going to be grinding some premium tanks right now. Just figured I'd pop on for a little stream here, since I'm going to be on for at least like about an hour or so. Why not? I'm just grinding out some credits to get the Meal 1 equipped up here. Alright, so in a KV5, I'm probably going to end up going south here, unless my entire team heads down that way. Okay. We'll see where exactly they go. I might try to push out a little bit harder than you typically would see a KV5 push out. We'll see how quick I actually make it down there, though. Hello, Simon. Nice to see you. Yeah, nice to see somebody in chat this soon. Since this is kind of just like a... I just decided, hey, I can probably pop on streaming here, like, about 2 minutes ago. I don't know how long I'll be on. At least, maybe like 45 minutes or so, maybe a little bit longer. But yeah, I'm just going to be doing tier 7, tier 8 premium tanks, since I have a credit boost going. I need at least, I think, like 1.5 million credits right now to get the, the Meal 1 fully equipped. That might take a couple little or big hits here now that I think of it, but kind of hoping that the Meal doesn't pen me with all of his shots there. That would really suck. But I think it is useful for me to get out here for my team. But if any of you have requests for specific premium tanks, I'll gladly hop into them. I'm really just doing premiums here. I do stream tomorrow if there's any different requests. I have to be a pinch concerned about artillery here. I had a premium for this T. Yep, already is aiming at me. Go figure. So let's say for this T-34, I had a APCR loaded up for him. Oh shit, that guy's yeah, I see a T-32. I was hoping to get that light tank out, but whatever. I'm screwed here. I'm gonna go figure. 2 APCR into the side of a T-32, and both of them do not penetrate. Awesome. I could see an AP round possibly doing that, but not 2 APCR rounds into the side of them. See if I can get this VK here. Ooh. Scared the shit out of me. I usually don't stream this time. I just had a freaking update pop up. I'd rather not update Adobe right now. Hello, John. Yeah, if you subscribe to my channel, you can set the notifications up to, pop up whenever, I pop on here. It's like I thought I'd stream a little bit earlier today, but I didn't end up doing that. Which I'm not going to survive out here. Like, I pushed a little bit too soon, honestly, and ended up just taking a shit ton of damage, and this Meal's gonna very easily probably kill both of us. And no, Yag Tiger got me because my lovely friends down here pulled back. Hello, Anthony. I didn't know I'd be playing right now, but a little bit of time opened up for me. So I'm on just grinding, premium tanks right here because I need credits. Trying to fit in as many as I can. Knowing that I hit the frickin' stream button now. It's like I played a little bit earlier and Levi, holy shit, he is chewing away on that bone he has. I had a pretty good session a little bit ago when I was able to play, and hopefully that luck stays the same here, but we'll see. Alright, so being a Scorpion G, I'm not going to do the typical sit in the base thing. I find that pretty much useless. I gotta keep an eye on him now. Like, I literally just decided I was going to stream. I guess I have to be careful he doesn't go a little bit too far on that bone. That's strange you didn't get... I do know that there are different settings for notifications, whether or not you get notified if it's... Because I don't have this scheduled. The next scheduled stream, it's still... Once this one pops off, it'll show up for tomorrow at 8. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but there are a couple different settings for your notifications. Me personally, I'd probably go with the Yag Panther 2, but both tanks, they have their merits. But I'd say the Yag Panther 2. But, it's either armor or, a little bit more mobility and gun behind it, I believe, with the Yag Panther 2. Like I said, I don't know how long this stream's going to be. At least, it's going to go about 45 minutes more here. At most, it might be like an hour and a half. Shit. Of course I frickin' bounced off of him. Come on, guys. Somebody poke up here for me. Awesome. And I'm dead. That was totally my fault. I didn't think I pushed out that far. It's literally a thing, guys. Like, when I'm not streaming, I make very few mistakes. And once I hit that freaking button, it's like a little flip in my head switches on, and I start doing the stupidest things imaginable. Like, who's gonna push out in front of 5 tanks? Obviously me. Little dog. Alright, he's fine. I don't know if anybody, has dogs, but since plenty of people have them as pet, but don't know if you know what a bully stick is, but this dog is obsessed with them. You can Google it and figure out what they are. Someone Ryan knows, she recently got a puppy and gives them bully sticks, and somebody told him what exactly it was, and she's like, ew, really? But I'm just going to be hopping around different tier 8 premiums here. If there's anything specific you'd like to see, feel free to mention it. Tomorrow's stream, I'm trying to get the credit grind out of the way here a bit. That way, I can pretty much take any requests tomorrow, and I don't just grind out premiums, at least to begin with. It's just, I'm getting so far, I'm getting swamped with credits on top of credits on, yeah. It's never ending. Alright, with the M46 though here, I'm not going to head south. This thing's not good at brawling, specifically, if I come across heavy tanks with higher alphas, so that's why I decided I'm either going to stick around here, maybe drop down eventually, but I don't like going too far north in the beginning here, because, it's really iffy whether or not your team's actually going to commit and push, or, you're just going to kind of be hung out there not getting anywhere. So typically, go to the spot where you can eventually move on to, different little flanks. Let's see, I'm not too concerned if he even gets a shot on me. I'd rather take him out, but with him spotting me, I'm going to get RD'd. So best for me to move into a little bit of cover. I'm hoping, though, with the amount of people north, that me pushing up here, if any enemies decide to push on me, that my team will kind of be like, hey, we should help this guy. Definitely risky for me to think that, but I'd rather get their little light tank out here. He's not that much of a threat, but he is an obstacle, nonetheless. It is looking like our north, they should be fine. They got some big hits in there early. So I'm just going to nudge up here a little bit. And there's that super Pershing now. I hit him right on the frickin' spaced armor bit too. That wasn't too smart. Holy shit, dude. Like, I hate when people frickin' spam the chat like that. Alright, I'm not too inclined to push into those 3 tanks there. It's like there is that T-29 here. Ooh, now there's a T-54E1. I am glad I popped out there and spotted him. It's like Artie is still aiming here, so I'm hoping I'm going to be a little bit careful about it. But I am rolling the dice a little bit because my team's starting to fall behind, more or less. I thought our north was going to push through fast enough to where our south wasn't going to come into the equation. But it's looking like our north is not going to be able to push through. Don't know how that happened, but you know, it happened. He set up pretty well to deflect shots here, but there we go. It's like I should be able to... We are trying to do something. I wanted to get that T-29 out. That way I'm a little bit, you know, a little bit safer, not having to worry about yet another tank still alive. I'm still surprised that they were not able to frickin' take out the north there. That's really surprising. Holy crap! Like that, Lowe still has frickin' almost all of his goddamn hit points there. Like, the hell were they doing up there? Like, if we have any hope, though, I'm definitely gonna have to keep our Artie alive, but whether or not I can actually do that remains a pretty big question. Whew, he's smart. He did not go on the cap. But to say, we should be seeing people in the cap. I have no choice but to push up here now because I'm getting shot from behind. I did not want to do that, only because it gives the IS-2 better shots on me. But at the very least, he isn't capping those, so I'm gonna swing back here. Very nice. That's not good. I do not need a 0 damage critical hit rate at this moment. Trying to help you out, CDC. I don't think I'm gonna be able to save you though. Ah, there we go. Just barely. Holy crap. He's a little lucky. I don't think we're going to be able to pull this off, though, but regardless. Yeah, that IS-2... Yep, he gets spot at me. Without him capping, though, honestly, I am better off trying to get this IS-6. I don't want to fight an IS-6 head-on, but I can at least keep him spotted, and hopefully our Artie will hit him. Whew! That didn't help. I got kind of double tapped there, and there's a prototype behind me. Yeah, I'm boned. Holy crap! Don't need APCR for this shot, but I'm definitely gonna die from this IS-6 though. Yeah. I at least did 3,700 damage and 1,100 assists, but yeah. Yeah, Levi, he never really got bones or anything before we got him, you know, about a year ago, and he would bleed all over everything, and his teeth would fall out, but fortunately we have his teeth fixed. That was a pretty expensive bill. I wish I could give him like rawhide or something though, but he's allergic. He's allergic to that, we found out. not a bad match though. You know, Master Badge First Class, High Caliber Award, but still a loss. And I got, I think, like one shot on a visible tank there. So that all worked out, but really wish that was a win. Let me see if I can get better luck in the AMX here. I was playing this earlier, and I only played it once earlier, but I was in a match with a bunch of tier 10s, specifically tier 10 TDs, and I just got annihilated. It was on Windstorm, or Windstorm whatever, I don't know. And I guess like rounded a corner, and it didn't even matter that this thing is good frontal armor. They just smacked and destroyed me in one volley. Alright. Thanks for the subscription, Philip. Haven't seen it spelled that way before, but welcome. Or hopefully that's what you're going for. Alright. But yeah, like pretty much I'm just going to be streaming right now until I thought I was going to stream this morning, but I kind of forgot that I had to pick up Ryan's sister from the airport. So that's kind of an important thing. So yeah, I'm going to be streaming until she gets home and her sister gets home here. They're out shopping and stuff right now. Oh, don't do it. I hope he's not going to drown, but it literally does not do any good for him to be back there. He's going to get spotted sooner being back here than he will if he just sits right down here. I never really got why people went down that way. Or went across there. Like, it literally does not do anything better other than put you further away and easier to spot. So it's kind of like a double whammy. I'm going to try to push up here. It might be a critical error, but I am very afraid that they have a Udez on the enemy team. If he sits back there unspotted the whole time off of this hill, which is where I would go, he will be able to penetrate my frontal armor. But at least if I can get a little bit further up here, that definitely reduces that chance. The infamous house guest, yes. She's only here until Saturday night, though. Yeah, but more or less, it's just, ooh, crap. That is a little bit terrifying, having that tank on the side of this tank, because the side armor. Stop hitting my freaking cupola. The side armor is pretty terrible. Literally, stop shooting my cupola, guys. That is definitely not a weak spot for this tank. Come on, IS. You know you want to do it. I have enough people behind me there where if that IS does drop down, I'd take a shot, but I should be alright outside of that. More or less concerned about that damn scorpion popping up and I'm extremely terrified about this guy because he can do a world of hurt, but fortunately I did the old little pop in and out and he ended up missing. Unfortunately for him, though, you know, he did a decent job. If he wasn't out there, I probably would have pushed up and steamrolled these guys, but he definitely slowed me down a bit here. Their Udez set up on the other side. They do have an SPG, but at this point, yeah, this should be smooth sailing here, unless this KV2 plops me. Alright, nice little win here. Essentially with this guy, if you're ever against one, I did make a weak spot guide on this, but more or less against this tank, if it essentially from the front aim at the cupola, that's really the only legitimate weak spot. outside of that, if it's angled in any way, try to hit the little angled sections before the side armor. If the side armor is auto bounce, so right here. If not, just shoot the sides. Sides of the turret. Everything else is weak outside of the front of armor. But nice little quick match. Yeah, decent amount of damage there. WZ-111 definitely did a damn good job. Alright, what tank haven't I really played? Only because I played a few earlier. I haven't played the IS-6 yet. Which, as far as I know that a new super test for the next patch, 9.17.1, came out. A lot of people are, freaking out that they're nerfing their Grill 15 primarily. There is finally the E5, T110E5 nerf to the cupola. Essentially, what they're going to be doing with it, it's not going to be as weak as it was before they changed it to HD. It more or less looks like they are going to reduce the angles on it slightly. That way there's less sharp angles causing bounces, basically highly effective armor based off of the sharp angles you get on it. So there'll be a larger spot for you able to actually penetrate it. So yes, it's a nerf, but it's no doom and gloom like some people are freaking out about. Like, the E5 needs it. Personally, I would rather them nerf the lower plate on it. But that's just me. The Grill 15, the next patch, right now it's super test. There's patch notes for it that you can find on, like, read a status report, the dailybounce.net, I believe, which I'm also pretty sure Peaches posted it in the EHG Discord, a link to it. But more or less, they are nerfing its HP right now. Like, it is super test notes. A lot of people are freaking out. More or less, no nerfs are really finalized until the second iteration of the test server, the public one, and even then they can still change a little bit. But it's I think a 1 second hit to its reload, 50 HP knocked off of it. What else is there? There's another little thing here or there. Essentially, it's, it needed a little bit of a nerf. I think it's not gonna stick all the nerfs that they gave it. I think they will hit its reload a little bit, but not as much as what is currently on the super test notes. But the Grill 15, it is essentially it's a little bit too good at the long range, just giving its DPM. They're trying to lower its DPM a little bit, so it's still a very deadly tank at long range. It's accurate, hits hard, and does good damage, but its DPM makes it a little bit too good outside of that role, which is what they're trying to do by changing around. But the main fixes, they're buffing the Japanese heavy tanks, giving them 2 new guns for the tier 9 or not 2 new guns, but the tier 9 and 10 both get a new gun. It's going to be like a HE gun, more or less. I think around 1,000 damage for the HE round. Okay. I was about to say, I'm a little surprised he went out there. And they're buffing the armor on the Japanese heavies for the 9 and 10. And then the German heavy tanks are getting a huge rework. And most importantly out of that, the E100 gets a buff to its penetration. I'll scare the shit out of this guy. I'm not sure I'm going to want to stay out here if this Tiger 2 comes back my way. There's a freaking Yag Panther too. God damn it. If I knew there was a Yag Panther back there, I wouldn't have went up this way. I'm honestly... I was about to say in danger of dying. I'm still in danger of dying, but... the biggest kind of shock to me was the mouse gets a pretty significant gun buff as well. They raise its DPM a bit. I think they raise something with its gun handling or penetration, something else with the gun, but more or less the mouse is going to be pretty damn good. I really like the tank right now, but they're buffing its gun a bit to where you know, it's definitely going to be no slouch, given its HP, armor, and now the overall gun stats. Still going to lack a little bit of accuracy and penetration. I don't know why I shot at that guy, because outside of that, I was still hidden. Hello, Scud. Hello, Jerlito. Nice to see you guys. I'm pretty sure these guys are on the beach. Yeah, like, as far as the Girl 15, like, they're just the super test notes. Like, a lot of people are freaking out a little bit too much about it, but like, I think as far as like looking at that 1.5 seconds more reload time, I think it'll end up being around, you know, either like 0.75, like not a full second, more or less, maybe like 3/4 of a second, like something like that. It's gonna be just a pinch, you know, it's not gonna be, granted 1.5 seconds more on the reload time isn't much, but in the grand scheme of things, it does add up. But more or less, it's going to be a very minor nerf to its DPM, and then I feel like the rest of the things will stick on it, to where it's going to be good in its role, but playing outside of it, kind of like the Swedish tanks, playing outside of its role at long range, it's really going to fall down on its face. Hello, McDurpington. Yeah, but honestly, like, people, like, they removed the Waffle Trager E100, and you know, they stated that well before they removed it. I don't know why they ever put it in the first place, but when the Grill 15 came out, it was a really good tank. They needed to put out a good tank to replace, you know, the Waffle Trager, or else people would bitch and moan even more. But you know, they did state that the Grill 15 was overperforming a little bit, and it was going to be nerfed, and that was a while ago, and now they're finally putting it through. So the Gag Tiger went to the beach on enemy team. He did 0 damage. I don't know why people go down there, especially in tanks like that. In a light tank or a medium, maybe, but yeah, not that tank. All right. But yeah, as far as the next patch goes, you know, it's considered a little patch, but honestly, there's a bit of content to it. Like, it doesn't look like any new maps or changes to maps are happening. They will be changing and updating the mini maps for some maps, but it doesn't look like any map changes are coming in. It's more of, you know, German heavies are getting reworked, which, good thing if you own the mouse or have it unlocked, I believe, but you should probably own it just to be safe. You're going to get the 2 new super heavy tanks, the Malshin and the VK1, I forget what it is. You're going to be getting both of them unlocked, not purchased, but researched if you have the mouse already, because they're switching up those lines quite a bit. Wazo, they replaced the Waffle Trager E100 because it was 100%, or not even 100, 3,000% completely made up by Wargaming. Like, there's a couple tanks like that, like the T-28 prototype is a glaring one, and like even I think the T-110 series, they're modeled incorrectly, but they replaced it because it was completely retarded putting that much of a auto-loading burst gun essentially in the game. But the Grill 15, it actually, not that it was built, but there were actual plans for it, and it's somewhat, not that I hate using the word historical, because World of Tanks, you know, it is and it really isn't, but the Grill 15, you know, it did have some sort of plan behind it, unlike the Waffle Trager E100 that was just like, hey, we need a tier 10, you know, German TD. It's gonna slap a frickin' auto-loading gun with no armor on it onto the frickin' E100 chassis. Like, I'll catch up on chat in a second. That question, like, I think it would be a good premium tank, whether they do it or not. You know, I don't think it's a bad idea. You know, the AMX, basically a French American hybrid tank for a premium. But yeah, it comes down to we'd probably have it already on PC if wargaming worked efficiently between their different developers. Since console's got it, but you know, doesn't exactly transfer over to PC. I am shocked where the AT7 is. Whoever that guy is near them, I have. Yeah, it's our M46 Patton. Awesome. You're such a helper. Like, are you guarding artillery? Because that's the only thing I could guess. Like, I have no words about that M46 Patton other than what the fuck are you doing back there? And you're just going on there, so I know never to trust you. It's just like he's literally on Artie's butt, and he could be doing pretty much anything else and be doing more for our team. See, I'm very concerned about this guy. If he was not over there, I'd be a little bit better off here, but this is the problem I'm facing. Is I was surprised they haven't flanked me yet. Oh, god damn it, now I'm tracked. I was about to say, I hate when you know, lights are able to shoot like that and not be spotted, but I should have expected it. This is still a little bit salvageable here. Let's see if my guy can... Very nice. Let's see if he can kill him. That would be very nice indeed. Alright. Shit. There's an IS-2 now. I'm going to switch over to APCR here. And because I'd like to inflict as much damage as possible before I die. So it's very, very likely that's going to happen to me. That's only if their bat chat pushes into me, that is, but... Just trying to put a little bit of distance on these guys. Awesome. The M46 did something good. Oh my god. Whenever you're outnumbered, you just want to keep a little bit of distance on people. But I can't drop back too far because that GW will get spotted if I do. That T-44 bugger. Ah, shit. I was like, I don't have a shot on him, but I actually did. Crap. I had to mess up. So I'd say I was trying to hit the T-44. I had a shot, but I... Oh, Lord. That was a very bad bounce. Yeah, and I'm dead. Oh, too many mistakes there for me to get out of that one. I needed to play that perfectly, and I didn't. But, yeah, as far as, like, I've seen that before, McDurpington, the AMX Chaffee. You know, it looks like a fun little tank. Like, I definitely can look into buying it since, you know, I like little light tanks, but, not always the best in them. But, well, no, I actually hop into one. But, yeah, I haven't seen any news, though, as far as PC putting it out. Hello, Lebobo. Ah, nice. Well, welcome. Hello, nice cup of tea. John, the accuracy on the test server, really, it's like, I guess you're meaning Sandbox, but more or less, they're reverting. It is a little bit worse than accuracy used to be. Essentially, about 2-ish years ago, around there, maybe 2.5 now, they changed accuracy so more shots land towards the center of the aiming circle. And for as much as people complain about Russian bias, it helped Russian tanks the most. Um, that's why, like I've mentioned it before, you see good players just pop out, take a shot, even when they're not loaded in all the way or aimed in all the way, because it's about 20% of your shots land towards right around dead center. They're more or less reducing that, so it's more of an even distribution. So it rewards actually aiming. It hurts, inaccurate tanks just taking snapshots at you, and it makes armor a little bit more relevant. I think it's a good change. People see, the images of the change compared to what they are now, and they kind of freak out preemptively because, it is a pretty big change based off of what it is at the moment. Can't let him... Come on, gun. Oh, Lord, I'm gonna die. I don't know if he knows that I... thank you. I don't know if he knows that I do not have any gun elevation, but he was going up high. I wonder if that was on purpose or just by luck. I need to try to slip out here. I might die by a TD, but I'm going to get pushed on by that Lava. So, but the main thing, like, I really hope, I don't think they'll go through with it. The penetration loss based on distance, that needs to change. But the accuracy distributed within the circle, I think it's a good idea. Making it a little bit more distributed evenly. A lot of people, are just whining because they just see, the difference, which it looks very bad when you just look at an image of the shot distribution. But if you actually aim in and stuff like that, it's not going to matter that much. It's like a fraction of a meter for most shots when you're taking shots at close range. Like, yeah, it's like, as far as the maps go, I pretty much, they didn't fire their whole map team last year, at the end of last year, but they replaced the people in charge of it and brought back the lead map designer when World of Tanks first came out, like the first year or two, I think he was there. So now he's back in charge, making the decisions, because honestly, the biggest problem with Wargaming's map team is most of the people that make maps do not seem like they play the game. I don't think I can penetrate him, but I'm just gonna chuck rounds at him anyway. That seems to be the biggest reason for me, because they look on paper very nice and balanced and everything, but they just don't work. But yeah, nice cuppa. I'm glad, I can be a voice of reason, but I've said it a lot of times, like over and over, it's just people get worked up over essentially video makers that, they rile people up because, yes, it's good for views. I try not to do that because, I really don't care. Ooh, I did 90 damage. I'm a Unicom. This tank can be so painful sometimes to play. It's very fun, though, if you're not facing off against a bunch of heavies. The Sandbox, they brought it into play. It's basically, not to say super test, because super tests, they test very specific things under specific conditions, but it's basically a step after super test and before like a public test server for major game-changing events and mechanics. And, of course things aren't going to be, completely balanced or fun or whatever there. And that's what people were there to figure out, essentially, the players. And honestly, on the forums for Sandbox, every freaking thread the last time I looked at it was remove already from the game and it ruins everything. Like, every freaking one. And I was just shaking my head like, you guys are, like, you're making wargaming probably not wanting to ever do this again. I know, French dude, you're probably saying, we bounced, we bounced, we bounced. Oh, I wanted to kill that T-67, but oh well. Which is Alex? As far as well, yeah, APCR does help on this. But if you're looking for, I do have a guide on my website, WoTguru.com. It's called Which Tank Line is Right for You. That will help you out with every tank line currently in the game, as far as going through the whole one. But just a brief glance at the two TD lines. Looking at the one down here first, the FE405. The highlight of that line is probably from the Achilles to the Conway, and the Challenger is a bit difficult. And that's a more mobile, second line, no armor line with good guns. And then the other line that you're at, the highlight of that line, I would probably say, is the AT-15. Once you get the good gun on it, to the 183. Slower line, decent armor, and you're more playing like a support tank, but closer up to the fight where you can take a couple shots. You don't want to sit too far back because you're slow. You just kind of roll up behind your main force and take shots, and you even can push to some extent. But I would say the 183 line's probably the more complete line. But you can't go wrong with either of them if you're, looking to pick a British one. That's not a bad thing, Nice Cuppa. Hey, I know you like Artie. You always request it. Oh, hi, dog. Did I scare you? But honestly, as far as Artie lines, American line, French line, British line, they're probably, granted there's not too many Artie lines compared to other nations, or other, tech trees. But, those are the three that are probably the best ones. Which Wargaming kind of inadvertently admitted that the T92 is worse than the M53, M55. They finally updated Clan Wars and stuff like that, to where I believe they basically made a new rule stating that if it's a tier 10 Clan Wars match, all tanks have to be tier 10, stuff like that, because a lot of people were bringing the M53, M55 over other tier 10 SPGs. It's not the only reason, but it's probably a big part of that change. Hello, Foreplay. Nice to see you. But, getting back to Sandbox, I pop on it here or there. It kind of sucks that they... I get that they have an NDA, but the whole thing, you have to request to stream or make videos for it. I request it, and they're like, sorry, you're on the US server. No. It didn't even look like they even read anything. More or less, the people freaking out over it, I've played World of Tanks, I don't know for how long, 2011, some point then, early 2012 maybe. People freak out about every little change. They do it in every single game, and World of Tanks specifically, a lot of people forget that, there's a test server, there's always a second iteration of a test server. Now we have the Sandbox server. We are going to get walloped here. Don't commit more there. No. We have more tanks with no armor committing in front of an IS-6, Object 146. T-29, yeah. At least they ammo rack the... I honestly have no more choices now except to push in here now, because all these guys are going to get freaking one shot at one after another if I don't help them. It's just frustrating. Like, yeah, now I'm getting shot from this guy running through, but it's like, did they not see all the freaking red tanks right in front of them? Like, now, yeah. Abby, this is actually one of the first maps they're looking to update when the new render comes out. Like, as far as new graphics and stuff for the terrain and the engine in general. And it needs it. That's funny, Nice Cuppa. I saw his video too on the Sandbox. It just randomly popped up on Crow. Unfortunately, I don't have a Tiger P, but right now I'm just playing premium tanks. Like, I just decided, you know, to pop on streaming since I was on here doing premiums anyway. But I don't have a Tiger P regardless. I could try to pop into maybe the Lava or Luva. I'm trying to still pronounce it right, but whatever. I could pop into that since it's German heavy. But I find counter battery for SPG works. I like whenever I do it, because I'm gonna be worrying about T-55A missions here soon. I find mines, cliff. Probably mines and cliff to be the best at that, and even, you know, Abbey to an extent. You know, those small maps where it's on, like, mines, southern spawn, if you're against it, they always hide in the base near those little buildings. Northern spawn, very easy to find them too. Cliff, they always hide in the freaking base in the bottom corners of the map. Like, I like little maps when I'm doing that, and I guess, well, at least I have the T92. I guess chuck a freaking HE round where I think they are, and usually I hit them. That's a lot. If you're asking what's my number one tank, like favorite, it's the T110E3. And if you're asking me to pick one for each tier, I cannot do that while I'm streaming. That's a little bit too much to think about. Oh God, why? Don't push into them, let them pop out, let them make the mistake, and reap the rewards. Instead, just pushing on into your death, guys. It's because I don't have too much of a choice here, especially with this guy. If he falls, then yeah, Grant, we should be better now. Ooh, very nice. Got a bit of assist damage there. Since everyone's hell-bent on that corner, I will pop up here. I just hope that Artie doesn't send me back to the garage. Oh, a lot of those battles were back when the Type 59 was actually considered extremely good. Back when it faced off against little lowly tier 5 tanks. I played that thing like there was no tomorrow in that tank back then. I'll admit it. I abused the hell out of it while I could. It was just whoever had the most Type 59s on their team for those few patches just frickin' won the match in Tier 8. Alright. At least our other flank won. It's just... How the hell did our Jagdpanzer E100 die? Ooh, crap. That's not good. No bueno. Whatever. You're gonna come up here and try to push on me. I bounced off of him. No! I thought I was gonna die. And that grill The grill didn't damage me as much as I thought. Which our M53, M55 just killed me. Nice. Not that I was gonna survive anyway, but I don't know how. Yeah. But again, a lot of people on our team, if you saw, like I didn't want to push up there because I knew we were outnumbered. Basically, we all pushed up there way too freaking hard, too quick. Like the Jagdpanzer E100, why were you up there? And you never push into enemies like that. You're doing yourself a disservice. Hello, Thomas. Nice to see you. And Gary T. All right. Let's see. So let me try to hop into that tank there. See, I'll just do this to, you know, you can settle the, as far as how it's pronounced. I am just terrible at frickin'
Lowe.
There we go. Lowe. Or at least that's what Google tells me. Alright. Where am I gonna want to head? There's two already. I think I might try to go here, but I think I'm too slow. So I might... It's just a lot of time your team really neglects this side over here, so I'll try to head that way. I won't lie, I'll say no. Maybe not. The Hetzer? I remember that request. Not that it was a weird request or anything, I just don't have the Hetzer right now. But I do remember that. I'm really good at remembering, like, you know, say unique odd names. It's just there's a few Thomases that ramble around in my head. Yeah, you know, it wasn't worth it for quite some time, but the buff did make it, you know, a fairly good tank. The mobility holds it back a little bit, but, you know, it is a pretty good tank now for a premium. Ooh, IS-2, why do you tempt me? And by slow, mainly, it just doesn't let you get into the fold, you know, the brawling, not that you brawl in this, but, you know, the fight quick enough some matches. So you miss out on some really early on cheap damage. Oh shit, Grant, there is Artie, but why the hell did he push up like that? He's probably gonna get a shot on me here, but why didn't he just back up over the hill? I'm gonna be mad if our team doesn't take shots on him. Like, he doesn't have the top gun on it either. But he should, honestly right now he should be dead. I should say that. But he's not. It looks like they have quite a few guys in the center. Yeah, there's that FCM. We need to spot it. He's getting picked apart, the T-29. But I am definitely content with just letting these guys push out and spot and kill themselves. Well, Wargaming's bothered doing the Sandbox because honestly they need, you know, if they had enough super testers that would be good, but they need enough input from, you know, just, you know, a wider base of people to get a good feedback as far as raw data. That's, you know, that's probably the sole reason for them doing it. It's not like they want to wad through all the complaining everybody does. Okay. Accurate gun, but actually hitting this guy is going to be a little bit of a challenge. And not our Artie. Grant, we only have one, so it's tough to see where your Artie's actually aiming at. if they're not like teeing their targets, which I mention a lot. It pisses the hell out of me, or pisses me off that Hardy doesn't do that, or at least like click on the map where they're aiming. Like it helps more than you would think. There we go. Since I have a lot of guys down here, I'm inclined to push, but usually, up in this area where the FCM and the Louvre, or Louvre, whatever, is at, nice Artie. There's typically like a light tank or a medium. I'd be more or less inclined to push through that than I am this amount of, HP and gun there. But I will give it a shot. It's just we really, I can't damage him. This is my problem now. I'm hoping with me pushing out here though that it will get a couple other of my guys, the Black Prince, T-34, KV-3, to hopefully push up. I was not expecting to get hit by Artie. Oh, or this lovely T-29. Very good play, sir. That's very annoying, though, especially because you can kill me with your next shot, and you did. Like, how did this guy do that and not die in front of a KV-3, a Black Prince, a T-34, the E-25 even could freaking hit him? Like, yeah. But the problem with playing this tank is it is a little bit slow, and the armor did get buffed, but you're still going to take damage, which I guess I can go a little bit longer for the stream. I'm not going to pop off a personal reserve, though, just because I won't be streaming too much longer now. Why don't I hop into the type? What other game? See you, Foreplay. Thanks for watching for a bit. What other games do I play, Thomas? Right now, it's mainly World of Tanks. I do a little bit of World of Warships, but honestly, they haven't developed, the base gameplay of that game. They haven't expanded upon it enough to make it interesting for a long period of time, in my opinion. I play Dreadnought. That's a game. Right now it's in closed beta. I do have one stream up of that. Essentially, that is, I believe, 8v8, essentially spaceships. Kind of like Fractured Space, but more like World of Tanks in a way. I play Battlefield 1 now. I play Overwatch. I actually played that a little bit earlier too, since they have, the Year of the Rooster event going on. I find that game pretty relaxing and fun, lighthearted. Outside of that, though, that's the only thing that I play on PC, and Civilization 6. I do have a PS4 right now. I fiddle around with PlayStation VR right now on that. But I don't really play anything serious on that. I do plan on picking up, it's coming out somewhat soon, Mass Effect Andromeda. I plan on playing that. Whether or not I stream that remains to be seen. I might not. But I'm pretty excited for that game. I like playing Mass Effect games. Anything science fiction is usually right up my alley. It's like the show on Sci-Fi Channel right now, The Expanse, is coming back soon. I'm excited for that. Oh, Lord. Oh, I deserve that. Pretty much, Labobo. I didn't exactly make the smartest choice there at the end, but at the same time, at least kill the guy that killed me. Like, for him to escape, that, like, where most people would get mad, like, even though I'm complaining about it right now, honestly, it just, I was about to say, I want to shoot that guy. It just basically confirms that it was not my fault there, and that's how I look at it. Come on, T-34, please die. It's because you're close enough now to where I'm at, where I can't kill you without getting shot myself. Wanted to hit him in the track wheel, but I missed. I could have got the T-34 there, but better to take the slightly safer damage, which I'm liking what you're thinking, CDC. Honestly, I'm just gonna rush here now. I'm alright with getting shot by these two tanks, but not three. Teamwork. Yeah, I didn't know anything about the Expanse before watching it. I actually DVR'd all but I think like the last 2 episodes of the season, because usually I just, whenever there's a bunch of new shows coming out, I just DVR them all, and then I get to them at some point, watch the ones that I like, and I'll delete ones that I don't exactly like after a few episodes. I watched The Expanse, and I can't believe I missed that. I ended up watching like the first full season within like 3 or 4 days. Like, I liked it that much. I would say if anybody likes sci-fi and hasn't seen The Expanse, definitely watch it. I would say it's one of the better shows I've watched in a while. And I watch a ton of shows. I was trying to track him. Sorry, T-54. I knew I can take one shot from him, but I didn't exactly want to. Pretty good amount of damage though for Type 69, 2600. Very nice. I'll probably do like maybe 1, 2 more matches at most here, before I head off. I'll be streaming tomorrow, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at night. So, PM is at night. But tomorrow I'll take, I have not John. I know I wanted to. I never got around to seeing it. I'm probably just gonna, I'll see it when it comes out on, like for rental, whatever. Yeah, it's just between, like, I'd go and see it myself at the movies, but it's kind of lame. I'd rather watch it with Ryan since she's interested in it. Where the hell is the T-95? Like, I'm on the cap. Oh, there he is. I was like, where is he? I didn't know where he was. Sorry. Type 69. Master Badge First Class. Not too shabby. Don't know who that is. If it's someone from the stream, message me. But nice little bit of credits there. Let's see. I don't have a credit booster anymore, so I'm not too worried about. Usually I just play like the Patriot when I have a credit booster. Hello, Graham. See you, Gary. Thanks for watching. But yeah, I'll play a little Scorpion here. Maybe I'll hop into one more tank, and then I'll probably be off. Only because I know Ryan's going to be home shortly. A little bit different. Essentially, if it's 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., if you're over in Asia, Australia, stuff like that, it's going to be morning for you. Hello, Julie. Nice to see you. The southern hemisphere, I believe, that just has to do with hot and cold. Alright, so this little tank, I hope it works in this spot. I like using for the UDES. Granted, with the UDES, it's a little bit larger, so I can knock down more trees. Well, I'm going to try to set up here in the center, so I can support quite a few different areas. Thanks for the subscription, Alan. But usually in the Udes or like say the Scorpion, I just knock down all these trees here because it helps with your camouflage a bit. You know, trees standing up don't provide camouflage typically when you're right under them. Even though this Chaffee most likely gets spot at me. Holy shit, they got a lot of tanks up here. I missed the Bulldog. I missed that shot there. Shit. Sometimes I hold my shots a little bit too long. You know, I don't have a scheduled stream today. I was just on for a little bit doing premium tanks and decided, you know, to stream, so I can't stay on forever or else I will never get done. You know, I have to cook dinner. I gotta do a couple things with Levi too. Being a grown-up sucks. Still keeping an eye. I want to, you know, keep the T-44 off of me. Let's finish this guy off though. But I can hit. I like this spot here. If you're in a TD, you can help out specifically like where that IS-6 and other tanks are down in the south there. I'm just waiting for him to back up because he's less safe further back, but fortunately for him, I bounced. Off to shooting these guys now. Just going to load a little bit of premium because it is at range and heat does not have penetration drop off. But critical hits if this IS-3 stays angled is, you know, a little bit of a problem for me. Honestly though, I want to have better shots here. I just can't because I have tanks behind me. It's just, I want to push up here more. I guess I can take a little bit of a risk here. It's just right now there's just a Type 64. Shit, just as I move up to the... Yeah. The T-44 pushes up. Just if you go up a little bit further there, you can definitely get some better shots down where the southern tanks are. But there's only so much I can do. Ooh, nice. Set them on fire. But yeah, our team's kind of screwed here. Trying to help. It's just I can't get to my spot now. You have to be pretty high up here to be able to get shots off. Don't shoot the little Scorpion. I'm completely... Oh lord, there's a KV-2. Like I'm completely harmless. Please stop slipping. Oh, our team just got steamrolled down there. This is probably gonna hurt. Yep. 1300 damage though. I know what you mean, Graham, but that's alright, Labobo. I didn't know if you were joking or not, so yeah, I can play the premium French Hardy for my last one here, since you know I don't have my 50% boost on. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna, before I forget, because I'm gonna log on tomorrow and be like, where'd all my tanks go? Here we go. It's just with Ryan busy, I have a lot of stuff I gotta take care of. Ugh. But I'll be on tomorrow. As far as my scheduled stream goes, 8 to 11 p.m. You know, this was just like a little. It's like a little bit longer than an hour here. I'm at like an hour and 10 minutes now, but I was just on to grind out some more credits for the Emil 1 and the Type 4 Heavy and the E50 and the Indian Panzer and the Strev 1030. Oh, I got so many tanks to get. I at least have the Emil 1 now. I just need to get equipment for it, and there's a crew retraining sale starting tomorrow, so I'm waiting for that to get my crew for it. I'm gonna wait and see where my team heads up. Yeah, they're all heading this way, so I'm just gonna push this way until we see something I can shoot. I like playing this thing, honestly, when I'm against a bunch of 6s and 7s, because they go a little bit slower. This thing, it's a really good SPG for premium. It doesn't have the splash range. So if you miss by an inch, yeah. Just shooting at tier 3s, tier 4s, and even both 5s, like if they're not standing still and you miss, yeah, it's a little lackluster. Then again, any RD is at this tier, so... Honestly, if you have nothing to aim or shoot at in an SPG, I always suggest try to move around behind your primary flank. Typically, you're going to get better shots if you move around, because most people, if they are countering against Arty, they set up to where Arty's just sitting in the base. Hoping there's something other than just this KV-1S here. At the moment, I cannot hit him. I could... Yeah. Because I'm not even going to try to shoot that, the T-50. So I'd say if I move further away, I'll be able to get a shot on him. But there we go. There's a couple things I could shoot at here. It's just for the weekend. I believe Chinese tanks are on sale too, because it's kind of for the Chinese New Year. Did not want you to go long. I'm so bad and arty. I admit it. I'm going to aim at this guy. I'm actually going to load a heat round too. See if I can get lucky. No. Oh, that HE round went... Somehow I aimed in front of the Churchill and it went behind him. Same with that. It's like I am... Alright, let's aim in front of his turret here, because obviously I suck. Yay! Thanks for the subscription, Stark. 11 damage. Oh. Come on, Heat Shell, do something here. Thank you for saving me from doing a 0 damage Heat Shell on him. There we go, there's a nice Heat Shell pen. Hello, Abdul. This is my last match. I just popped on, for a little bit, but thanks for popping in here. Yeah, this was just like a little, hour-long stream. I was doing some credits. Nice. Yeah, essentially, it's 50% off, tomorrow morning and going through, I believe, Sunday night. essentially Monday morning. Aren't you such a Debbie Downer? Finally gotcha. Oh, I know. I don't know why he was standing there for so long. Oh, actually hitting this shot's gonna be a little difficult. Since they're not really spotting anyone right now, I'm gonna try to move. That way I can get different. Come on, guys, at least put one person on the cap. Just trying to get different little sight lines, shot lines, whatever you want to call them. It's like, holy shit, are these guys like afraid? Just push on the cap. Like, here we go. That much to ask for. Obviously. Awesome. That actually helped out a lot. I really want to see if I can hit him now. I might be able to spot him, but he might see me before I can see him, which is a problem. It's just F1's right on the cusp of my... There he is. Yep, I'm definitely spotted now, but yeah. Oh! That was bad luck. So was that. Holy shit. I don't know, why does everyone have to be such like a negative Nancy? Like, who cares if we're losing? Like, yeah, quite a few people made mistakes. I made some mistakes and shit happens. Hurry up. Ah, unfortunately he killed him. Whatever. This was just like a little one-off stream, Abdul. You know, I just popped on for an hour. I knew I was going to be on for at least an hour, so I figured why not, you know, why not stream. But this is my last match, though, so, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Really, I couldn't click fast enough. I suck at arty. Thanks for the request, nice couple, but I just suck at arty. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, normal time for my stream. Thanks, Libobo. Glad you like WoT Guru. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. You know, thanks for watching a little bit here. Yeah, so usually, you know, on my off days I stream a different game, but I need credits for World of Tanks, so I decided why not pop on for an hour in Tanks. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.